Welcome back. Now, we've, that last conversation. But let's look at something a little bit more exciting, positively exciting this time. Star Scholar Naija, a children's reality TV show where 16 talented teenagers are immersed in a learning experience with a view to presenting future model citizens.
We need to expand it. 16 is not enough. You need more than 16.
We need as many and as often as possible. But hold on, we're not, it's not Lerod as the guest this time. But you find out the guest. Bennett Joseph Obinna is a corporate affairs manager for Eagles Nest Educational Research Limited. Thank you for joining us. Also here is Mrs. Bimbo Fisaya, who is the director.
Thank you very much.
Okay, who do I start with?
Ladies first.
After men. Okay, no, before me. So, Mrs. Fisaya, tell us about Eagles Nest Research Limited.
Thank you very much. Eagles Nest, the idea for Eagles Nest Educational Research Limited came from a deep desire to upgrade the standard of education in Nigeria. It was John F. Kennedy, former president of the United States, who said the progress of a nation can be no swifter than the progress of its education. Another anonymous author said, you don't need bombs to destroy a nation, just destroy the education. So a few of us who are very passionate about education, a very good friend of mine who is also a director of Eagles Nest, Mrs. Folake Fawumi, we're having a conversation the other day. She used to be at Vienna International School, and I'm a founder of a school here in Lagos. I know I should not mention the name because it will be free ad.
We'll send you the...
Fine, anybody can Google me, they will know the school. Okay. Anyhow, so we were talking, and we said, there's a dearth of clean content for children, for families, not just children. So we have all these shows who allow people to behave in a naughty manner. I'm not going to mention any names. And
we know.
And they go off with huge cash prizes and cars. And we're saying children are looking at this because children learn from what they see. And we said children are looking at this and they're saying, this is what I want to be. And we said, no. We are going to light a candle in this darkness. We are not just going to constantly curse the darkness. We're going to light a candle. So we decided, okay, let's have a show that is everything that is clean, decent, moral, scholarly, fun, sports, games, intellectual, whatever is good, whatever uplifts a person, whatever uplifts a nation, whatever will uplift the world, we're going to put in this show. We're going to put in this show. So we said, okay, the kind of children who would do this would be eagles. Hence the name Eagles. And then we say, we're going to house them. Where do eagles stay? In a nest. We say, Eagles Nest. And what are we doing? We are all about education and researching all the best ways that we can change and reform the educational system in Nigeria. And ultimately, in Africa and the whole world. Because our show is going to be live streamed, apart from being broadcast on certain media. I'm not telling the names here. So we're going to live stream all over the world. So it's not just a Nigerian show. It's an international show. The world over will learn. We are exporting goodness for children, for families, from Nigeria to the world. Let Nigeria export something good for a change. That's why Eagles Nest came up, and then we came up with the show Star Scholar Naija.
Can I reduce my age?
You want to take part in this, right?
Okay. I really want to be a part of this.
No fake affidavits for age.
Come on.
No.
Well, I watched a Nigerian movie once where somebody shrunk in size.
Yes.
Really?
So, and there's the little man, so you can go find out how that happened.
Well, the beard is a giveaway.
Except, of course, Bimbo, since we're going to be bringing a lot of captains of industry during the show, maybe perhaps they can come in that regard to encourage the kids and all that.
The show, this brings us to another aspect of the show. The show is about 16 teenagers, 8 boys and 8 girls between the ages of 13 and 16, immersed in a nest for 21 days. They are going to be exposed to talent displays, sports, games, and some academics. Mentoring from captains of industry, and there will also be peer mentoring. There are children of their age, teenagers, who are doing great and mighty things. There are, some of them are entrepreneurs, some of them are very good, they're even involved with AI, artificial intelligence, some of them are all kinds of things with ICT. So they're going to come in, and these children will be exposed to all these things. Then we're going to have discussions on drugs and substance abuse, suicide and depression. There's a lot of that going on now.
Nation building.
Of course, nation building. As a matter of fact, we're going to take them on visits to certain places to teach them empathy, patriotism. We're taking them to an orphanage to teach them that, look, not every child is privileged. True. We'll take them to old people's homes to teach them that there you go one day, sooner than you think. So you know what? Be nice to old people right now, because it's going to be your turn. We're going to take them to an art gallery somewhere in Lekki. I'm not mentioning the name. We want them to appreciate Nigerian and African art. And then we're taking them to a botanical garden, also in Lekki. They must appreciate the flora and fauna of Nigeria. We're going to take them to the National Museum. They need to know about the history of Nigeria. How did we get here? On the show, while they're in the house, we'll bring people in the nest. In the nest, we're going to talk about climate change, sustainable development goals. As a matter of fact, your last guest, we've already commandeered him to come on the show to talk about the effect of waste on climate change. Are you with me? He's going to be on that show. I can say that. And we're going to talk about sustainable development goals. So all these things that children don't normally learn in classrooms will be there.
Okay. Obinna.
Yes, please.
16. I know you're excited. Obinna, 16 children.
That's right.
How are they selected?
There's going to be an application open to participants who fall within our targeted audience between 13 and 16. And the show is not discriminatory, however, irrespective of your socioeconomic background. And that's why registration for the show is free. All you need to do is text certain details, biodata information to a certain code, which we'll be providing later on in the show. And of course, from that, there's going to be an audition, which will happen later this month. And after that audition, there'll be a series of essays and other computer-based tests. And from that exercise, 16 highly qualified young people between 13 and 16 will then be selected to go into the nest. And on the show, there won't be any eviction. So everybody is a winner. The fact that you're able to pass through the process of those auditions, those essay writings, those computer-based tests, it already tells about the quality of your person and the possibility that you embody as a very young person between the age of 13 and 16. So it's open, it's not discriminatory, and it's open for children who fall between that age bracket.
Who are those who are going to do the selection?
All right, we're working with a team of consultants who would be helping us ensure that only qualified candidates get into the nest. Of course, we can't mention any names here, but you can be rest assured that the selection process is going to be free, it's going to be fair, and the best guy and the best girl will be selected at the end of the day.
Incredible. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Susara, how do they sign up? What's this code? He mentioned some code that...
Okay, yes, there's a short code. There are 2 ways to sign up.
That's right.
Send a text message with the word scholar.
SMS scholar.
Yeah, SMS scholar, space, your name, age, space, gender, name, and location.
Name, age, gender.
And location to 32811. That's the first way.
Location.
The second way is...
11.
Yes. Yep. The second way is to send an email to info@eaglesnestng.com. info@eaglesnestng.com. Once we get that information, we'll send a text message to the person and say, here is the date for your audition.
Yeah.
And then we'll take it from there.
Okay. Now, what are the timelines we're looking at for this?
Oh, we're looking at everything is going to happen between April and August. All right. So the applications are already ongoing, and we're already calling for participants who meet the criteria for participation. Of course, we already mentioned it's between 13 and 16 years of age. Of course, you're already disqualified automatically. You're far above 16. All right. So the auditions will happen in April, and then in June and July, all the exercises will take place. But by August,
by June, July, the nest would have been constructed.
Exactly.
Of course, and participants would have been selected already, and announced already. Like we said, we're working with a team of consultants who would ensure that only the best candidates get into the nest at the end of the day. Then in August, the live show would happen for 21 days. But beyond August, but beyond the 21 days of the live show, beginning from September, we would have been able to create 26 episodes from that 21 days of interesting events and activities that would happen in the nest.
Is this place open? Is it still open for sponsorship?
Of course, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me talk about this a little bit.
Right.
So,
why are you so excited about this?
So this is it. Right now, we're talking to foundations, and we're also talking to corporate sponsors. Now, what we want the prospective sponsors to know is that, first of all, this is a show, like Obinna said, that is open to children of all classes. Yeah. It does not discriminate about your socioeconomic background.
That's right.
As I'm talking to you now, we have applications from children from very remote areas of Nigeria. You won't believe. I won't mention, so I don't want anybody to feel anyhow. But as long as you are talented and you are good academically, you don't have to be, you know,
and you are between 13
and 16. You are free. So that's number one. So it's for underprivileged children also. An underprivileged child can win that scholarship, and the family will win the SUV.
Oh, speaking of which, what are the prizes, by the way?
Oh, yes. So let me.
You're running out of time.
Okay, so the prizes are first, second, and third, 10 million naira worth of scholarship for college, for university. But we're not giving the cash to the children. It's going to go directly to the university. Okay. Yes, every year to pay. And then for the first prize, it's a brand new SUV. For the second prize, it's for the family. For the second prize, it's a sedan car. For the third prize, it's a smaller sedan car. But the first, second, and third, they're walking away with 10 million naira and cars. And for the sponsors, for the corporate sponsors, I need to say this quickly. This is a show that cuts across all the demographic levels in population. It's good for grandmas, it's good for grandpas, it's good for parents and children of all ages. And it is to stimulate healthy intellectual rivalry amongst children. And it's not just for Nigerian children and Nigerian parents. Even international parents, as this show is live streamed, parents in America everywhere where there is fraud to get children into Ivy League schools, they will see that they really don't need this. Okay. Are you with me? So it's a show for the whole world.
All right.
And for everyone.
We're almost out of time. So how do the sponsors get in touch with you if they still want to be a part of it?
Info@Eagles Nest.
Sponsors that want to join, info@Eagles Nest.
There's a phone number 0906 563 6302. Okay. Repeat, 0906 563 6302. It's open for WhatsApp, text messages, and calling.
Okay, thank you. What else do we need to ask here? Something about CTC International School. Is it part of this whole...
Yes, I'm the founder of CTC International School by the grace of God. You know, I didn't say that in the beginning. You asked me.
He said, don't worry. My producer wrote it here. That's otherwise. Anyway, so you want to be a part of this event. It's Eagles Nest, Star Scholar Naija.
Yes.
And you're going to be part of the Eagles Nest. So they say you can apply SMS Scholar space name, age, gender to 32811 or email info@eaglesnestng.com anywhere around the country.
Sorry. Scholar space name, age, gender, location.
Oh, name, age, gender, location.
Yes.
So 32811 from anywhere in the country or email info@eaglesnestng.com.
Yep.
And you could be a part of this 16 team. Is this something that will be happening every year?
Yes, this is season 1.
Okay.
So, by God's grace, next year, by the time we finish running the 26 episodes. So again, this is very good information for sponsors, because while they are nested, production and broadcast will be happening. Yeah. Are you with me? Throughout the month of August. And they get, people who are sponsors get full exposure, you know, via ads and whatnot. Then after that, we produce 26 episodes. Then those episodes are repeated weekly. From that September 2019 until March 2020.
When
the next
yes, by this time we are starting auditions again. So whoever sponsors will get all. That's it.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mrs. Bimbo Fisaya, Director, and Bennett Joseph Obina, Corporate Affairs Manager for Eagle's Nest Educational Research Limited. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We wish you well at this event. Alera and I will work out how we can reduce our age and be part of it. So Sunrise will be back for the home stretch. Please don't go away.